They're the nicest headphones I've used on a podcast, at least.
Maybe both.
Damn, I sound sexy. Holy
right?
shit, dude.
Yeah.
I fucking hate the sound of my voice, but not today.
All right, get comfy. Get your shit.
I'm pretty comfy.
You're all good?
Yeah. Ooh, maybe I should go long staff. I want to try that.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, no. Oh, these things are insane. They don't need to be up close at all.
You can get it as close as you can.
Yeah.
I had some issues with them being too far apart or too far away, but also.
Shit, then I had the right idea. Yeah, no, this is perfect. Hell yeah. We rolling?
We're recording. We're
Fuck
recording
yeah.
audio. We're recording video. We're
Fuck
officially
yeah.
going. I do a little cold open,
Okay.
and then we'll do the intro. I got custom intro music for you.
Oh, sick. I can't wait to hear it.
and then we'll get right into it.
Sweet.
Oh, I just got to catch my breath a little bit.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've run into that problem just talking too much on these things.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
I'm not media trained. I don't know how to speak
Neither
into
am
a
I.
microphone like that.
Neither might. Somebody hit me. Somebody asked me what the production level was of my podcast.
Of this?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of, for me, you flew me out, basically. You covered my travel expenses. You have a full media team of yourself. Things are captured in what appears to be 4K. I don't know. I'm kind of pissed that your phone quality looks so good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And I have a 14 Pro.
Yeah.
What phone do you have?
16?
Okay, maybe the difference is the 14 to 16. That's
Maybe.
got to be it.
Yeah.
Because I have a Pro, which is supposed to be like the better...
The best one?
Yeah, and it looks like shit. And I don't know why I spent extra money on something that... I don't know, the camera...
Is it in 4K? You can adjust it?
It's in 4K. It's in cinematic mode. I've YouTubed this. I've got all the settings. And not that it's intense to do.
Do you clean your cameras?
I do, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Apple fucking gypped me.
I think it's one of those things.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's start the podcast.
Yippee!
You know this song?
I do. I'm trying to think of the lyrics, though. Oh, okay.
Hobby show.
Yeah, I know this song.
No, I'm not.
The show where we talk about random shit with funny people
as I'm mocking death rock
interesting
stars,
locations.
synthetic wigs made of anwars, dreadlocks, bedrock, harder than a motherfucking
yeah.
Flintstone,
You know who this is?
making crack
Yeah.
rocks
It's-
out of pussy
so
nigga
I-
fish bones.
It's Tyler the Creator. Is Earl Sweatshirt on this too?
I don't know.
It might just be Tyler.
It's just Tyler on this one. Yonkers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I know this one. I'm not a huge Tyler the Creator fan though.
Really?
I know. I don't know why, because he's so fucking hilarious. You think as a comedian he'd be everyone's favorite rapper, but
Not even that he is very funny. But I think the other thing I like about him is he just does what he wants to do.
yeah.
He has an idea and he just fucking does it, and he doesn't give a fuck if you think it's cool or not, or if he he just fucking does what he does. And big inspiration.
I love that bar he has where I don't know if it was in a freestyle or if it's in a song. It might have been this song actually, where he's like, "I rape a pregnant bitch," and that's what I call a threesome or something to that effect. And I was like, "Damn."
Hell yeah. Here we are at the pod. This is my guest, Quinn Brooks.
Hello.
Quinn, where are we right now, and why are we here?
We're at the Washington County Jail.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out.
And courtroom, I guess. I've gone to court in this room a lot. Not
Me
just
too.
jail.
Me too.
But yeah, no, I have a lot of good memories here. A lot of just okay. Surprisingly, none bad. I've never had a bad experience in jail, which is maybe why I went back so many times. But besides Clark County up in Vancouver once or twice, this is where every time I'd get arrested I would go, because I grew up in Beaverton mostly in my from 18 to 19 kind of range, or caught most of my charges here. At least they don't care where you live, they care where you did the crime.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's why we're here. It's near and dear to my heart. I've written a lot of raps behind those walls. Yeah, no, it's a good time. Good time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I hope a sheriff like stops and asks us what we're doing.
I hope that happens, and I hope like a recently released inmate fucking comes up. That's why I wanted to go to like the jail release. We're like, we're
It's
not
right
even a
down
block.
there.
It's what do you think that is? 50 feet? 50
Yeah.
feet away? That's what I want.
No, it's more than. It's maybe like football field.
Football field?
Yeah,
Okay.
300 feet.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
It's close. That's
Very close.
That's the point.
Very, very close.
I think. Did you see that guy that got in the Uber right there while you were setting up?
Yeah.
He definitely just got out of here for
Yeah?
sure. Well, because he's in like business casual attire, right?
But like,
it's untucked.
everything's
It's about that
did he
time.
have that plastic bag?
No plastic bag, but if you just have stuff that's like in your pockets, you'd probably open that bag and just put it in your pockets and get rid of it. I mean, that's what
Yeah.
I did at least.
Dude, they were so nice when they took me to jail. They put all my money on a debit card for me.
Oh yeah, they love doing that.
Dude, they were holding me and it was like a quick catch and release, but I like made
Catch
it
and
into
release.
the jail. Yeah, I mean that's what it was.
We caught the Hovidor bass. Sorry, you can't keep these. These are catch and release. Oregon Wildlife and Fishing rules. You gotta let them go.
Yeah, Mexicans in Oregon are
Catch
rare
and
species.
release. Yeah. You're a protected species.
Dude, they were showing Shawshank Redemption when I was in jail.
Nice.
And I was like, this is hilarious.
That is okay. I've never seen Shawshank Redemption, but he
about a-
escapes from jail,
it's
right?
about a prison break. Yeah.
Fucking, hey man, you find inspiration in the craziest places, and
Like all of the guards just like looking, like see who's paying too much attention.
yeah, you pull out like they give you a pencil in there, you start taking notes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man. So let's start it off real quick. What's your shoe size?
I'm a size 10.
Everybody's been a
size-
fucking 10.
I'm a size 10. Like, it depends. So, like, I have shoes that, so I accidentally bought some size 8 Crocs because I, like, work in kitchens a lot, and they have the coolest non-slip shoes.
Mm-hmm.
But the sizes are unisex. So I got a size 10 in women's, which is actually a size, like, 8 in men's. And I wondered why, like, my feet were, like, crumpled up. I was like, I guess Crocs just run small. But then I looked at the bottom, and it was, like, W10, but M8. So I've technically worn a size 8 before in my adult life.
Yeah.
But then, like, I have some Doc Martens that are a size 11. So I'm a size queen, I guess.
You rock.
I have different options.
You rock the Docs?
Oh, yeah. I wear those are, like...
You don't look like a Doc rocker.
Well, imagine what I'm wearing right now, but with the Docs.
Yeah.
Fire, right?
By the way, fit goes hard.
Thank you.
Temu.
Temu, Nike online. I got these. These are Air Force premiums that I got for. I only paid 60%.
I like
retail.
That
The gum sole.
The gum sole with the all black. I
Yeah.
used to have these all black Vans with the gum sole. I'm a huge fan of like all black with the gum sole.
See, I like these. I know the all black. The canvas Vans, right? I forget what they're called. The off the wall. No, I forget what that model is.
Like
but
the mountain ones?
No. Oh, are they? Were they the mountain ones?
I don't know.
What?
I know that they have
Describe-
like the MTE ones that are like they're like high top.
I'm talking about yours. The one that you're talking about. The black Vans with the gum sole.
Yeah.
Describe the model to me. Was it made out of like canvas?
Yeah, I think it was just like
They're
the
low
classic.
top, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think
I
so.
don't like those.
No?
Yeah, I fucking hate those shoes. But these I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also fuck with the so I also get the high tops.
Yeah. The skate highs.
Mhm.
Yep.
And back in the day, I used to really fuck with the mids, like
Okay.
the half cabs. You ever fuck with the half cabs?
No, I don't think I have a pair of those. I have like the skate lows, I guess is what they're probably called.
Right. That's
Like
the one
that-
that like it's like a regular shoe.
Yeah, it's like the
down.
most like iconic one.
Yeah, this one is like a half,
Yeah. No, I'm not a half cab guy.
not a half.
I'm lows or highs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nothing in
I'm
between.
bipolar.
What's your sign? What's your
I'm an
zodiac?
Aries.
Are you?
And you're a Leo, right?
I'm an Aries too.
Oh, you're an Aries?
What's your birthday?
March 31st. It just happened. It's just coming up.
Are you on like a cusp?
No, I'm dead center. I'm like as
Am I
Aries
on
as
the
it
cusp?
gets.
I'm April 17th.
You're on the cusp.
I'm on the cusp.
You're almost a Taurus.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which explains like you're more chill than me, and you have your life together. That's because the Taurus cusp thing. Your earth signs, which is what a Taurus is you're more like homely and you're grounded. You're literally grounded.
Yeah, isn't Aries a fire though?
Yeah, Aries is a fire, but you're headed towards.
Right.
You're more fire.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I'm like embers or something. Whatever that. Yeah.
Yeah. You're like lava, dude. You're fire and earth. That's fucking sick.
Love it.
But yeah, no, that's why you're more chill and you have your life together more than me.
You keep saying that.
Well, I think anyone who knows us would definitely agree that you're less like sporadic and chaotic.
Maybe I'm just lazier. I just get up to less shit.
No, don't say that. You're grounded.
No, dude, I'm hella lazy.
All right, you're a lazy fuck.
I'm a lazy fuck. How many siblings do you have?
I have one. I have a younger sister.
Nice.
Yeah.
We're gonna skip right over that. Don't want to talk about the younger. No, I'm just
she's she's an adult.
Okay.
Yeah.
Older? No, younger.
No, she's young.
Younger.
She's so we're 18 months apart.
Oh,
so
right
she'll turn 24 this year.
Has she? Yeah,
she's 23 right now. Yeah, she came to that show that I was telling you about in the car at Mission Theater.
Oh, right on.
I think besides that though, she has not seen me do stand up, and I was like 3 months in at that point.
Okay.
So it was bad.
Yeah.
And I was nervous, and it was like the biggest crowd I've ever done.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I don't know. I actually still did all right, I think, but I had notes like for a show, like a 5-minute set on a show. So I don't know.
I've seen you do a few mics at this point, and this last one that I saw you do, where was that?
At Good Bar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that was the best I think I've seen you do.
Really?
Yeah. You were killing the whole time. I don't know if you noticed.
I think that's because I told people that it was my birthday. Like I opened with that.
I didn't laugh at you because of that. I laughed because it was funny.
Huh. See, I've been trying to decipher like how good I actually did there, and if people were just like hyping me up.
I was not hyping you up.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
I can speak for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're the first person that has told me about like that set. I thought I did pretty good, but that's so weird to me because that's all shit. So I think the AIDS joke that I did, that's like one that I've done before, but the rest of them were all like I was just going through premises on my phone. That's just what I decided I was going to do that day. Yeah. Because I was tired of old shit.
The shallow pussy one I had never heard before. And that knocked my socks off.
Really?
Yeah, dude, I loved that one.
That's crazy. I think I'm going to do like for the mics that I'm doing today, I'm only picking like 1 or 2 of those jokes that I'm like, okay, I really like these. Yeah. But the other ones, like the shallow pussy, I was like, I didn't think it was that funny. But I guess, I don't know, maybe I should work on that more.
Dude, I can never tell because sometimes I'll take jokes like to a mic and they'll bomb. And then I'll take them to another mic and they kill. And I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. Like,
yeah, George Carlin said that like if you've ever had something that's worked before and then it doesn't, like the next night, you just blame it on the crowd. Even if that's not the right thing to do, or if it's not the correct thing, it is the right thing to do because don't let it get in your head.
Exactly,
it's the fucking crowd.
Like for your mental, stamina or whatever we want to call it, not health necessarily, but like in order to keep going,
the mindset.
Yeah. Like you definitely have to.
You need to
safeguard
yourself. You need to have like a slightly delusional mindset. I think to keep going.
There's so many like just reasons to not do this. Like you're just constantly discouraged from continuing this like route that you have to like make your own wins.
You know what's even worse too is like even if I do good, I'm like, okay, it's more about avoiding the pain than me like relishing the victory. Like I don't get like a high off of coming like of doing well on stage. Like I don't even really like doing like the stage performance act of stand-up. I like writing jokes, and I only go on stage to just see if the way my fucked up mind works is funny to other people.
It's like a form of validation.
Yeah, well, I just want to see if it can be appreciated by someone other than myself. Because obviously all the stuff that I write, I think is kind of funny, at least in the moment.
Yeah.
But so even if it goes as good as it can possibly go, I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So the losses hit you harder than the wins?
I guess maybe that's a good thing too. I guess the losses don't because I don't think I'm really obviously I want to do good, right? But I'm not my pursuit of stand up has nothing to do with with getting the validation and the high of doing well on stage. So because of that, I think the lows are not as low for me because it's just like, okay, those didn't work. I will write more. And like we were saying too, like I don't think I've ever bombed like twice in a row. So it's always like I can always blame it on the crowd, you know?
Right.
They didn't get it.
Like I bombed. When we were at Good Bar that one time, I feel like I bombed. Like the whole time I was up there,
We've been to Good Bar a couple times.
Bombing. Just the last one. The last one.
Oh, really?
I was like,
I thought
bombing.
everyone did good.
That's what everybody kept saying, but
Everyone
I was like,
I will say this: you went kind of earlier, right? Yeah, you did. The energy completely shifted. Like, I don't know. I want to say like 5 comics in or something like that.
actually, I got there early.
Yeah.
But I ended up going up like 9th out of like maybe 12.
Oh, okay.
So I was pretty late in the lineup. And
really?
Yeah, and the person right before me
Maybe I was super late.
like
in the
did really
lineup, too.
well. She had been on Comedy Central before.
Oh wait, the lady that fucking did the meth owl story.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I didn't.
She was right before me, and I was like, "Damn it!
That's a tough follow.
That's a tough follow, dude, because it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Every moment of that story was fucking hilarious.
She's been on Comedy Central.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, and she actually is not doing comedy. She just came out to do that one story, just to tell that story.
Yeah.
So this is literally like a seasoned comic that's like
doing a rehearsed bit. It's Good Bar. You're supposed to read off your phone. What the fuck?
I know, dude. I know. So that was super intimidating. So like I think I went up there and I was like, I'm gonna bomb. There's no way I'm gonna do well after that.
Yeah.
And I think I just like carried that mentality through the night. But then I went and I did Javelina. Like two nights later.
Yeah.
And there was only there was literally like 6 people, all of them comics.
Yeah.
And I feel like I did better there than I did
That's way better. That's way better to do good
in front of a bunch of comics.
In like just 4 comics.
Yeah.
Versus like, you know, a bunch of drunk people.
Yeah.
See, that's my problem. I need the 4 comic room to remind me that like I'm not good at stand up yet, because I will go into a room full of drunk people and they'll be laughing their asses off, and I'll be like, yeah, I have a future in this. You know, I'm the chosen one. Right. I need that reality check.
Yeah.
To that I'm not actually funny.
Somebody goes up and they're like not funny at all, and everyone's still laughing. You're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's the fucking
Scrap
worst.
everything I just thought.
Yeah.
All right. What's your favorite condiment?
I'm a pretty big sauce guy, so it's kind of tough for me.
What do you think is like the if
Can I give you top 3 in like in a chronological order of like what I've been fucking with?
Or like in what context?
Yeah, in what context? Yeah. So I was actually we'll start with phase 1 of like recent sauce history. I was making like my own dressings because I was eating like a lot of salad and I had some good fucking olive oil.
Pervy as hell, dude.
It sounds pervy as hell. I mean, I'm hard right now. I'm literally hard right now thinking about it. But you know, I was doing a lot of standard stuff: salt, lemon, you know, olive oil. But Dijon mustard became like a flavor that I was like chasing in different like balances. So you know, heavy like for something like on like a sandwich, but like in a dressing, like a little touch was really good. And I just love its versatility.
Dude, the world of mustard.
It's insane.
It is very insane,
especially with like all the infused mustards they have now. Like you know, like pickle mustard is what comes to mind. Which
never even heard of that.
I like it for its like, I guess it's one of those. It's like a 7-Eleven type deal. It's a convenience store like condiment to me. You know,
pickle mustard.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, obviously I'm gonna put that on like a sandwich or something, right? But like I usually have mustard and pickles on a sandwich already.
Right.
So it's like it's purely out of convenience.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. It's not art. It's capitalism is what it is. That's what I think. But I like it. Like, don't get me wrong. I will eat it. But like, that's not like a real like sauce connoisseur, a saucisseur, if you will. But yeah, and then recently I'm back on mayo. I'm back on like mayo and specifically aiolis. So garlic or like a spicy or fucking I don't know, that's all I can think of right now, but yeah aiolis.
Horseradishy kind of.
Not necessarily.
I've had some aiolis that are super horseradishy.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Whenever I worked at McMiniman's, they had some kind of like, I think it was like No, it wasn't Terminator sauce. It was, I don't know, but it was like a horseradish aioli. Yeah. And it was like a steak sauce kind of deal.
You fuck with that horseradish?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dude, I do not fuck with horseradish.
I like horseradish. I like wasabi. I like what else is like in that realm? I just thought of something, but
Ginger?
yeah, no,
I feel like ginger.
Yeah, like anything that with that kind of like that punch. Yeah, I like it.
I don't know. It's like a heat, but it's like a different, not necessarily like
it's like spice, but like just the pain part of it, kind of. I don't know, like what that is.
It is.
But
it's a very interesting.
I think it's a magical herb, honestly. Now that I'm thinking about it,
Ginger?
I think it like powers you up. You know, it's like a Mario mushroom, or I guess it's more like the flower that makes you throw fireballs.
Yeah. Dude.
Wait.
I had a bad experience with horseradish.
Yeah, I was about to ask.
I went to I used to live in California, and so we used to go to Disneyland all the time.
Tight.
And I remember the one time I asked my mom to like buy me something, like a food thing.
Yeah.
Because like when you live in California and you go to Disneyland, like food is off the table.
Yeah,
like, you bring your own food.
Yeah.
Maybe if you want like a souvenir, like that's cool, but food absolutely not. But there was this like sandwich at like the Buzz Lightyear cafe or something.
Okay.
And I wanted it. And I begged my mom for it. And then I ate it. And the first bite, it was like pure horseradish. And I was like, ugh, this
you're
is
a kid.
nasty. But I had to eat it because I just begged my mom for it. And it was so expensive. Yeah. And she was like, you better fucking eat it. So I just like forced myself to eat this horseradish nasty ass sandwich. And I've hated it ever since.
So first time you try horseradish, you are forced into a horseradish like eating competition essentially.
Yeah.
And then you're a kid because you're at Disneyland, right? Like teenager, you know. It didn't come around to horseradish until like, you know, relatively recently. So yeah, that sucks, man. I'm sorry you got burnt.
What are we doing? Oh, she's blowing the sidewalk.
Nice. Yeah, we got to keep the jail looking pristine. You know how important you know.
Yeah.
We got to keep up with the Joneses over here.
For sure. Thank you for doing that right now, lady. It's awesome.
Sweet.
Who's your celebrity? What celebrity do you hate? Do you have a celebrity that you hate?
I mean, yeah. All of them?
All of them?
No, not all of them. But I don't know. I try not to think like that anymore because I used to be like a good example of this is like whenever I'd think about the Kardashians, you know, I'd be like, what the fuck? Of course I fucking hate them. Do I want to fuck all of them? Yes, and mostly Caitlyn, but...
Would I like to be one?
Yeah, would I...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would trade my life in an instant for that.
And then I realized, like, any kind of, like, hatred that I have towards a celebrity, I think it is kind of... It probably stems from, like, a subconscious, like, jealousness, you know? And I didn't like that because I was like, damn, the fact that I hate them is actually making me, like, it's giving them more power. So even if I don't agree with what they do, like, hating them is not good.
Yeah, but, literally it's only affecting you.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of, like, someone who, like, I just find, like, annoying, you know?
Okay, how about this?
Some of the streamers that are, like, famous now are, like, kind of annoying, you know? And I'm like, how are you fucking, like, famous? Like, do you know who Aiden Ross is?
That sounds very familiar.
He's
but
like
I can't put their name.
He's a pretty popular streamer. I don't know. He shows up like in clips of like because he'll have like famous people on, like rappers and you know, mostly I think it's rappers, and he's just like kind of like annoying. And he's like, you know, he's the type of person you would become if you made an insane amount of money, like streaming video games. You know, so like low effort but like high reward.
Yeah.
But even as I'm saying all this, I'm like, okay, he figured out like a good like business venture. Like, why do I care?
Right.
But
exactly. He's just doing his thing.
He's just doing his thing.
And we're just being haters.
Exactly. And I hate haters. So I guess whatever celebrity is hating the most, that's who I hate.
Right on. Right on. Okay. How about this then? How about let's flip it? Instead of a celebrity you hate, do you have a celebrity crush? It's like all of them.
Who's that transgender girl from Euphoria? Alex Kasani.
I don't know.
She's a trans woman, and I saw like a...
You mean she's a woman?
Yeah, she's a woman. She's a woman. And I saw like... She's a model, too. And some of her like model photo shoots, I'm like, damn, I might be gay. Like, she's pretty hot. Well, I'm not gay because she's a woman.
She's a woman.
She's a woman.
Yeah.
For real though, I'm trying to think. I had a crush on Zendaya for a little bit. I don't know. Honestly, my body type that I really like in women is like thick, ratchet fucking hoes, you know? So, Sexy Red. I had a crush on Sexy Red for a second. Before and after she was pregnant, but not while she was pregnant. Who else? Whenever I was a kid, like a really little kid, I think I was like 13 when the Anaconda video came out with Nicki Minaj.
Oh, okay.
Dude, that took me to a whole nother world. My Pornhub searches got really, diverse after that.
You know who I like?
Who?
You know who Kat Dennings is?
I don't. Should we look up I'll look up a picture of her.
The only thing I can think of is two Broke Girls.
Is she the black-haired one or the other one?
Yeah. She's very pale skin.
She's hot.
Black hair.
I don't need to look her up anymore.
Magnificent boobs.
Yeah.
But she's very modest and she never shows them.
Oh, wow.
So hot, dude.
This is a psychological kind of on top of. Those are the best.
Like when she was in Thor and she was like in a sweater the whole time, but you can still, they're like, the sweater's like up to here.
I forgot. She's Jane's like assistant lady. Yeah. Dude, I forgot that's the same girl.
Dude, I love her because she's so funny. She's like very funny.
Yeah.
Which is very attractive to me.
Yeah.
And then also she's like really hot and she's rich. Dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She's the total package for sure. That's 100%. A good one. 100%. That's a good one. I like the levels that you have to that. I was just like, yeah, she has a fat ass. But you went deeper and I appreciate that. And I'm going to do better next time. You just inspired me.
I've had a crush on her for a while. So I've put a good thought into that.
Yeah.
What is your phone battery percentage at right now?
It's literally probably at 100.
Because
I pulled it off the charger and I haven't been on it until 99 at least. Oh my god, what's that? Can't fucking see. 99.
99.
It's hard to fucking see.
Yeah, I see it. I see it. Good job.
Turn up.
I was gonna judge you pretty harshly if it wasn't near full because like
it's like the beginning of the day.
Yeah, like you haven't done shit.
When I woke up this morning, which you should charge your phone before you go to bed, right?
You should.
It was at like, I think it was like low 20s, something like that, and I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna be out and about all day. I need to fucking throw this thing on the charger.
Yeah. You know what's pretty bad is when I left the house. I think my shit was at like 88.
That's not okay.
It's not bad, but I definitely should have planned better.
It's not the phone you're recording on.
It is. Exactly. I should have had that bitch fully charged, but no.
It's gonna be at like 50 by the time we're done.
Which is
probably.
Fine. Yeah, but I really should have learned my lesson the last time. The last podcast that I recorded, it like on Jesse's one on Jesse Hooper's. Because that motherfucker can talk, dude.
Yeah.
Like nothing.
I can imagine.
No hate. I love it. That's exactly what I wanted him for.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, usually my podcast goes like an hour, and then like 2 hours into it,
he's
phone
just
dies.
Getting warmed up.
But yeah, so my phone died during that podcast, and I was like, I should really charge my phone better.
Yeah.
Also, 2 straight hours of recording that.
I don't think it matters if you're at if you're at full capacity.
Yeah, man.
Jesse will see it as a challenge. Actually, he'll be like, "Oh, more battery?
Yeah.
Oh, you brought the portable charger? I guess we're doing 10 hours then."
Hell yeah!
Shout out Jesse, dude. I can't wait. Is that one out already?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to that
one. That one's actually gotten the most likes, and I don't think Jesse posted about it. I think I posted like some clips, but for some reason that one blew up quite a bit.
He's a star. That's why.
It's got 20 views. I shouldn't say it blew up. It's in my realm that's blowing up.
No, dude, that's crazy. He's going to be on Joe Rogan next week for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's the pipeline. Javi Show, Joe Rogan.
Well, 20 views.
Ultimate celebrity.
He's undeniable now.
Yeah. All right, we're going to do the first segment here. That's called Explain Yourself.
Okay.
So
I've had to do that a lot in this area.
We're at the perfect spot.
Yeah.
So in this one, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna read you a headline.
Okay.
It's a real headline. Shit actually happened.
Okay.
We're gonna pretend that it's about you.
Okay.
And you're gonna explain why that happened.
Okay.
All right. Local comedian arrested after breaking into a house, masturbating, making a salad, and playing with a toy helicopter. Explain yourself.
Okay. Well, I am legitimately homeless, and I'm sleeping on a couch with friends, and that took a while to set up. So that's why I broke into the home, okay? As we just discussed, I was eating a lot of salads, and that's why I was making dressings. I just hadn't had dinner yet. So that's why I ate the salad. And what's left? I just played with the helicopter. Oh, wait, I'm missing the biggest one.
Yeah. You rubbed one out.
So I played with the helicopter, and I realized, like, so the form of autism that I have is not about trains. It's about helicopters, and just the curves on that thing really got me going. And, I didn't want to go out into public all horny because that's just rude.
Yeah.
So I jerked off.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
You think
that would hold up here, I think, in court.
I think so.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to jail for that.
I'm really into condiments, Your Honor. And so after the salad, I would, you being, I would have gone with I thought this was my friend's apartment. And this is just my general behavior.
Yeah,
in my friend's
the rest
house.
of it is just routine.
That's just routine. Have
Holy
a salad,
shit.
rub one out, play with the helicopter.
See, now I want to ask, so this is a real headline.
Real headline.
What comedian? Did it say?
Okay, I swapped out local comedian.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's a Florida man.
Florida man. Okay.
Yeah, Florida man arrested after.
Well, now that's the defense. That's why you had to swap it out. Well, he's a Florida man, Your Honor.
I was in Florida.
Case closed.
Win in Florida.
Yeah.
As they say.
Fuck yeah.
Perfect. What is the dumbest crime you've been caught doing?
I'm a felon for stealing Juul pods, like
Thanks,
vape.
Washington County.
This was in Washington State, actually.
Oh,
this
that's
was
right. Okay.
This was in Clark County. So like obviously like the biggest stain on my record. It's why I can't get like into like a normal apartment. I've been denied a job at Taco Bell because of it. Because if you have the felony, and if they do a background check, which not every Taco Bell does, most places that'll hire felons, they're just a place that doesn't do background checks. But yeah, no, if they do the background check and they ask it on the application, you don't want to start off on the wrong foot and lie, because whenever they do that background check, then, that's not how you want to start a work relationship.
Right.
So you got to check that box, and then they just probably throw your application away. And
I would imagine.
Like if you follow up 3 times in a week at a Taco Bell and nothing is moving forward, they just don't want to hire you. Okay.
Right. Exactly.
And they have a now hiring sign. So that's definitely, it's the dumbest because of like how I got it, how severe the charge was. And, it's also what I've done like the longest amount of jail time for, because, not because it was a felony. I did like,
wait, what was it?
So is Rob 2. I was telling you about this actually in the car.
I know, but I don't think they don't know what it is.
So
I don't know what we're talking about.
So what I did was I went into like a Shell gas station, and you know how they keep a lot of like tobacco products behind the counter?
Yeah.
While the lady was like on the other side, like where her register was, I just like slip and grab a couple Juul pods from behind the counter, right?
Yeah.
And then I run out, and I'm a couple blocks away in a neighborhood, and I'm trying to call an Uber to get out of there, and then the cops pull up and they see me, and I'm wearing like a bright yellow like North Face like almost duffel bag sized backpack, so I'm so easy to fucking pick out. And and it's also like 9 a.m. in the morning.
Dude, you're a criminal mastermind, dude.
Yeah.
Let me get a few blocks away and call an Uber.
Yeah, no. Well, because I already told you this, but I'll tell everybody. I've done this crime many, many times in Oregon. They don't give a fuck. I've done it thousands of times probably here, and I've only been arrested for it like, I don't know, maybe like 3 times. So statistically, it's a good money-making scheme.
Do they even have Juul pods anymore? Didn't they go out of business?
Yeah, they still have them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you want to go steal some?
Maybe. I'll like be the distraction.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's how I got the felony. And I guess it should be stated that, they threw the book at me the way that the law is worded, that if you use force to keep what you stole, it can be taken from a theft, which is a misdemeanor, up to the felony robbery. And how I used force to keep what I stole was I ran out of the store, and my lawyer had to explain to me like they've been able to get people on felonies for like dine and dashing, because like if you Well, not just because they ran. I guess if you're dying and dashing, you have to dash out of there, right? But just because like the food was in their body, so they're like using their body. Yeah, the law is the law is super weird in Washington. I mean, not that you should be stealing shit anyways, but and so not only were they able to like convolute it into that, but I was also being a huge dick to the cops. Oh yeah, I was super fucked up too. That's this really important part of the story. I'm on like a shit ton of Xanax, codeine, God knows what else. I think that was mostly what it was, but very out of it drugs. Oh, and I was drinking on 2 drugs that will literally kill you if you mix them with alcohol.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like out of my fucking mind.
Rat shit, dude.
Dude, yeah, really not doing the Lord's work for sure. But yeah, so that's how I got that felony. And yeah, and it's just super dumb. Also, getting a felony and agreeing to go on probation where in a state that you don't live in is also super fucking dumb and stupid, which made that what should have been dealt with in like a couple years by just being on probation. I would obviously go back to Oregon where I live, and I had problems with like not checking with my probation officer, so it really stretched out what should have been like a minor theft kind of situation into like a super long legal ordeal for me, and is going to keep me like homeless and from like a real job. So that is super fucking dumb.
Yeah, it's going to limit you in like just bullshit ways.
When I'm 29, I can get it expunged.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I just turned 25 4 days ago, or whatever day it is. I don't know. Recently, this week.
Happy birthday.
Yippee! Yeah, super dumb.
Yeah, that was hella dumb. Good job.
Thank you.
Who is your... All these hate questions, but we're going to go into it. Who is your most hated League of Legends champion?
Oh, The one that I hate to go up against the most,
or hate to just hate in general, yeah.
There's a lot, but I think
they have a lot of champions now.
Yeah, they do. I think overall, nothing will get. So I'm gonna get real specific with this because it's not just the champion; it has to be the type of guy who's playing it and how well he's doing in the game. A Teemo who's toxic and is also kicking your fucking ass. Like he's like 20-0. He's the master. What even is Teemo? Is he like a little like squirrel thing? He's some rodent, right? I don't know
what he is.
He's a magical rodent.
Oh, he's one of those whatever like Poppy, whatever creature they are.
Oh, like you're talking about like in the League of Legends.
I think they're called Yordles.
Yeah.
He's a Yordle.
He's a Yordle, yeah. For those unfamiliar with the fucking evil Teemo.
Dude, I used to main Teemo when I was...
I'm about to go back to jail. I'm literally about to beat the shit out of you. No, I'm just kidding. I
would tear motherfuckers up because I just knew how to build Teemo. So I would like hit you with the mushroom and then I would like ambush you out of the fucking because he goes invisible.
Yeah.
So you would just literally sit on your mushroom and go invisible and just wait for somebody to run into it and then just melt him.
Yeah, because like people that are like really fucked up like that, like you, that would play Teemo.
I wasn't toxic though.
Okay, that's good.
I never played with like a headset or anything.
You didn't do all chat and just like fuck with people?
Sometimes, but only no, not really.
I would do that. Was
the
like,
only time I did all chat was like good game, GG. That's the only time I would do all chat.
Well, then you never really played Teemo. You might have selected Teemo as a champion, but you didn't. You didn't experience Teemo. Until you have like death threats from the other team.
Yeah. I definitely left some Teemo on the table for sure.
Yeah. You gotta re-download it if it's not on. You gotta play tonight and get the full experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I hate him the most too because like with those, like with that criteria, he'll be kicking your ass, but his goal is to not win the game. His goal is to actually make it go on longer and kill you more.
Yeah, he's not great against towers.
No.
Like, he's really just an ambush asshole just to be an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just, like, post up near the dragon and just wait for people to come check on the dragon. And just because.
Well, that's actually pretty strategic. I like that play.
Yeah.
But he's
got
people,
great vision, you know what I mean? You just, like, put your mushrooms around.
You have unlimited wards.
Tell Yeah, exactly.
For people who who aren't familiar with League of Legends, but
Don't fucking worry about them.
Okay. Well, I was just gonna say Teemo is like, imagine like a camper in Call of Duty or like a first-person shooter, and and imagine if there was a character that you could play that embodied that play style, and that's what Teemo is.
But also, he's like incredibly squishy.
Yeah,
he's a super squishy character,
which gives you
doesn't matter.
Which gives you the hope that no matter how far ahead he is, you should be able to take him out, and it never happens.
It never happens.
I play Master Yi a lot.
Oh yeah.
So getting blinded by Teemo, it doesn't matter how good I'm doing as Yi. I can get fucking wiped out by a Teemo at a moment's notice.
Yeah,
I'm never safe.
When I was playing, there was very few like legit good answers to Teemo.
Yeah. Now it's definitely a lot better.
Yeah, probably. Hopefully. I mean, that's the
I played
goal.
last night.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm back on the grind. I've played Wild Rift on my phone for a while, but since I'm living with my buddies, they have an extra computer, and so we all play together.
Hell yeah.
It's fucking sick.
Who do
We're
you
getting
main?
no pussy. Right now, I tried to recover my account, so I don't have any champions. I had to make like a new account, and I don't know. It was weird. I like reset my password through like Riot and everything, and then I sign in, and it's like, you got to do the tutorial, and I'm like, okay, this is weird. And then I get in, and it's like, no, you're starting from scratch, which sucks. I was gold 5 at one point. Yeah, like I was like the worst you can be at the game while still being considered. Yeah, while still being considered good.
What's above that? Like platinum and diamond?
It goes back whenever I was playing ranked. Yeah, it goes gold, platinum, diamond, and then challenger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which challenger is like pro players.
And so you were like, but
gold. So it goes bronze, silver before gold, and bronze and silver are like, you're bad at the game and you don't understand the mechanics. But once you get to gold, people are like, okay, you have the potential actually. It's just the work. You've got like the wherewithal to progress in the game.
And gold is definitely by far the hardest one to like move up in,
because you have to carry.
Yes, a lot of times, because a lot of times you have shitty teammates that are like just middling,
playing Teemo. No, I'm just kidding.
Being selfish, taking all the kills.
yeah.
That would be my greatest like somebody would be like about to get a kill, and then they'd run into my mushroom, and then I'd kill steal just automatically from halfway across the map.
You're not even helping, like they just like clutched the 1v1, outplayed their opponent, but it's close, but they took the risk and they're about to get the reward, and then boom,
mushroom, I just take all their experience,
75 gold for assist.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Dude, pretty much.
Dude, you should download it tonight if you don't have it on, or do you still have a PC?
I use my wife's.
Okay,
my wife's computer, but no, I don't have a computer myself.
If you have some time, you should text me and let me know what your username is, because I'll be on.
We'll definitely play.
I'll be on tonight.
I haven't played in so long. Dude.
Me neither. I hadn't played on a computer
years at least.
Yeah, I hadn't played on a computer in 5.
Yeah.
So I was pretty rusty, but it's still fun though. It's actually more fun now that you don't care. Well, it's just for the
thing that like I love about it is like the builds. Because I like math or whatever you want to call it, like D&D style. Like, oh yeah, this will go well with that. Like I love building the builds. So I'm excited because I know there's probably a shit ton of new champions since I've been on, a shit ton of new items, a bunch of changes. Like I know for sure there's a bunch of changes.
You haven't played in 10 years, you said?
Yeah,
dude, it's gonna be a new game.
The last person that came out was when I was playing was oh shit. What was her name? I don't know. I'll think of it later. But yeah, total blank. We'll come back to that. Okay. All right, we're gonna do a segment. We're gonna do another segment.
Let's get it.
Okay. Pull out that item I gave you earlier.
Okay.
So this segment is called "Feel It in My Balls." I've hidden 2 objects there in my balls, and you need to feel them.
And guess what they are.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to start with the small one first.
Okay.
Oh, my God. The balloon, or excuse me, the ball sack.
Yeah.
It's really distorting the texture of what this could be, you know?
Yeah.
It is. Am I allowed? They're not fragile, right? Like I can bend it?
Yeah, you can bend it.
Okay, I think it's something like rubber. What the fuck? There's a little like hole in it.
Yeah.
Dude, I have no idea. Is it like a condom, like rolled up or something? Or
no.
There's a little lip right here. It's kind of like firmer rubber. Dude, what the fuck? Is it something that I would know what it is?
Probably not.
Oh, well, this is okay. Is it like
it's nothing like alien or anything, but it's not something you would immediately think of now.
Dude, I have no fucking idea.
All right, you want to take a shot at the other ball?
Not the big one. Oh, this is like a little action figure for sure.
Yeah.
Am I okay?
It's a little action figure.
Dude, that's sick that I can tell that just from touch. I think it is Is it Knuckles?
No.
Oh, I saw a little glimmer in your eye. Is it like in the Sonic universe?
No.
No? Okay. Does it have anything related to the questions? Like, is this a lead character? No, okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
It's just the smallest things I could find in the store.
Just whatever can fit in a ball sack?
Exactly.
Oh, man. At the store. What store did you go to?
So that one came from Walmart.
From Walmart. So
in the toy section, obviously, because it's a little toy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like what movies are out that they might have like new kid toys for or something.
That's like old movie.
Oh, old movie.
It is from a movie.
From a movie.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I need both hands to really. It's got like little horns right here.
Yes.
It's holding up. Is this a sword? Am I allowed to know that?
No.
No.
But you're right about the horns, and you're right that he's got his hand up.
Horns, hand up, and is it like a little Hellboy?
No.
Yeah, that would be a weird like kid. Not a weird kid's toy, but I don't think they would go that route. Fuck, dude. It has a hand. Is it a human hand?
No.
No. Does it have? Sorry, that's a bad question. Does it have is it like a 5-finger hand or is it like a talon? No. Okay. Fuck, dude.
I'll tell you how many fingers because I don't think it'll help you. 3.
3 fingers. So this is an animated movie. But older movie, has horns. Fuck, dude.
Can you tell anything about his body shape?
He's heavy on top, it feels like, and skinny legs.
Yeah.
Skinny legs, big body, and horns with 3 fingers up. But it's a movie.
Yeah.
Older, but still recent enough to be...
It's still relevant. Like, there's still memes about this character. It's still, like, in...
Mr. Potato Head. No, that's not a real... Dude, I don't know.
Okay, you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Okay. The big one is... or you can pop them open if you want.
Yeah.
Check it out. They're just balloons.
Oh, no, it's Mike Wazowski.
It's Mike Wazowski.
Fuck.
Is it all coming together now? The horns, the body.
And I should have got this one. Whatever this is, I don't think I should have got, but this one, I should have tried harder. Yeah, what the? Oh, it's a baseball mitt.
Barbie baseball mitt.
What the fuck? Hell yeah. Can I keep these?
You can keep those, yeah.
Sweet. Hell yeah.
All right, so that was Feel It in My Balls. You are terrible at feeling stuff in my balls.
Do people usually get that?
That was the first time I've ever done that.
This is the first segment?
You're the first one I've done that with.
All right. Well, we're not off to a good start then. That's not good.
But every time I make a new segment, nobody gets it the first time. And so I have to not dumb it down, but I have to make it more easy or actually
I'm your
relevant.
guinea pig.
Yeah.
I got Mike Wazowski and Barbie baseball mitt.
Hell yeah.
That's
dude, I think
tough.
that mitt actually might fit on him. He might actually be able to hold that Barbie mitt.
Was this a Monsters Inc. Barbie crossover?
No,
collab?
just different packs. I bought a Barbie accessories pack that had a bunch of different shit in it.
Holy shit.
Hell yeah, bro.
Hell yeah.
That's right. That's your...
it's a little oversized, but that's okay.
Little bit.
And also, this is a left-handed mitt, but it only fits on his right hand. Hell yeah, Mike. Mike Wazowski.
I can hear somebody yelling in the background.
Yeah, somebody's crashing out.
For sure. Somebody's stealing some jewel pods or something.
Yeah, he already did that. If he's already over there. He's, I bet you he's in, the waiting room, which is why we can hear him. But they that process takes a while. So you get like taken from your, you get taken from your cell, and they're like, okay, you're getting released, but you don't actually see outside until like 2 or 3 hours after the fact.
Yeah.
So
you gotta sit there for a while and watch Shawshank.
That sounds like a 2.5 hour yell on what the fuck is going on. He already told his boss he's going to be back at work, and now his life is going to shambles.
Yeah.
Don't steal Jewel Pods, kids.
All right, feeling my balls 0 for 2. Who is your? We'll move them right along. Who is your favorite rapper? You have a favorite rapper?
It's been a while, I feel like, since I've had like a favorite. I always go through phases, like of like who my favorite is. Like whenever I was like really little, like this is like elementary school. My like first introduction to rap was Soulja Boy, because he was on like the internet, and then like my school had like an after school like daycare thing, and you could still go on the computers. And I want to say like they usually had YouTube blocked during like the day,
but there's ways.
There's ways. Not that I was like, I'm super young. This is like I couldn't have been. I was 9 or less whenever, I was like doing the after school thing, and you could go on YouTube and like crank that. It was like a big song. So I was like, oh yeah, that's what rap music is. It's like you do do. So like I liked Soulja Boy like as a little kid, and like T-Pain was I really liked.
Oh dude, T-Pain's the shit.
T-Pain is still I don't listen to Soulja Boy anymore. Well, actually that's a lie. I'll listen to Crank That ironically, and then Pretty Boy Swag is great. I don't listen to that ironically. I listen to that because it's a banger, and he's got some newer shit too.
Soulja Boy's managed to stay pretty relevant.
Yeah, he has. Well, people don't give him credit for like this like SoundCloud era, like.
Oh, that's true, huh?
He is the original like internet rapper.
Yeah,
I want to say even before like Lil B.
Yeah.
So like he like showed people like, no, this is how we're gonna do it from now on, and that was like fucking 20 years ago.
Yeah, he was definitely ahead of his time, and like in that sense.
Yeah.
Like I don't think a lot of people were really fucking with like internet as far as like a medium for like trying to launch their rap career. I think they were still trying to do like, go get noticed in the
hand
clubs,
out mixtapes.
yeah, that type of thing. Try to do like Def Jam or whatever. Whatever that typical avenue was like pre-internet. That's what's up.
Sorry, I'm not done with the rappers.
Keep going.
Yeah. And then middle school, Eminem, Slim Shady.
Of course.
Yeah. That was all the rap that my parents listened to. They listened to, not like a lot of Eminem, but they listened to Slim Shady.
You still fucking with Eminem?
No, not really.
Not so much anymore, huh?
Yeah, I don't think he's like bad. I just think my like taste of any kind of music isn't really like what he does, and that's like no diss to him.
Oh no, for sure. He's
yeah.
goated. We couldn't diss Eminem if we tried.
I actually only really even know and like Slim Shady. Like that is what that song is called, right? Because I'm Slim Shady. Yes, okay.
I think so.
Yeah, that's like the only like Eminem song that I really even like. But I thought like I dyed my hair fucking blonde and all that whenever I was in middle school.
I had some white boyfriends that did that too.
Yeah, it's like a rite of passage as like a white kid,
Especially if you're like a poor white kid.
Oh yeah,
immediately.
Oh yeah, immediately. Yeah. If you're even close to the trailer park, you don't even have to live there. You're gonna you're gonna have an Eminem phase
for sure.
And then in high school, I really liked Lil Uzi, and then like underground rappers. Actually, that's who. I think my favorite rapper right now is like Bones. Do you know who that is?
I'm not big on rap.
Okay. He's so SoundCloud era, but like this was like a new age of rap. Like it's not like the ooh ya ya kind of like mumble rap. They didn't do that. They like started the SoundCloud wave, and is these 3 guys: Chris Travis, Xavier Wolf, and and Bones. But they had like a. It's kind of like where we started to see like kind of like punk like tones in rap music.
Okay.
Yeah, like not necessarily like audibly, like a little bit, like, but it's still like 808 heavy and like has like, but it's a very unique sound even for rap, and the shows definitely felt like punk shows, and they would come to Portland all the time. So I saw them a couple times in high school. I mean, I would go to one of their shows right now. I went to one not that long ago. But yeah, they're like nostalgic for me, and they're pioneers. And I think those are I'm listening to a lot of Bones right now. Like I've circled back, so
hell yeah.
I'll leave it at that. Bones is, I think, my favorite rapper right now.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
He's really cool.
Anybody else you wanna talk about? Do you have a favorite? So like for me, my relationship with rap is like I like certain styles of rap, and I don't like certain styles of rap. So like I used to really fuck with Eminem when I was in like high school and stuff, middle school. I grew up pretty poor, so it was just like I don't know, like Eminem, Linkin Park, like these were all like I hate my life, so I'm gonna listen to these guys type bands or groups or artists, whatever. So I used to really fuck with Eminem. Not so much anymore, and I think it's he's very technical. You know what I mean? Like Eminem is very technical. I used to really fuck with Immortal Technique. Not really fucking with Immortal Technique. Again, because he's
that's like Dance with the Devil's guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Again, because he's like hyper technical, very like pronunciation is very important.
Yeah.
Like the da 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 is very important. Like everything is very I really started listening to Biggie and like hearing like kind of his like jazzy kind of different, like totally different style, not so technical, more about like kind of like vibes and like I don't know, I probably couldn't explain it as well as you could, but yeah,
I know exactly what you mean though. I'm exactly the same way.
Yeah, I like more, I don't know, like flow. These days I'm more interested in like your flow, rather than like just straight up like how
the intellectualized kind of like, maybe not like intellectualized, but yeah, like the the worrying of like the building of it, I guess, like the logistics.
Yes, yeah. Like Kendrick, people are really into Kendrick right now. Nothing against Kendrick. He's obviously an amazingly talented person, and obviously he's doing very well. So there's obviously something good. I don't really like it just because it's very technical. Like he's a very, very technical rapper.
I completely agree. I don't like any of like these new songs that have like Humble and like DNA, and then anything after that I did not like. Yeah. But like if you listen to like Money Trees or Swimming Pools
or the entire Untitled album, like I really fuck with all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And then like Good Kid, Mad City.
Yep.
Like those albums I really fuck with. Damn was pretty good. I really enjoyed Damn.
I did not like any of those songs on there. Yeah, I don't know. They had like a radio feel to me.
For sure.
Almost.
And I think that was a big turning point, like in like Kendrick's evolution as an artist, was it was like Damn was definitely like he was moving in like a different direction. And then like the next one came out and I was like, I don't even remember what the album was called. But it also felt very preachy. But like
this is a good time for all that though, you know.
Yeah,
I feel like the climate
for sure
reflected that.
Yeah, nothing against Kendrick. Like he's obviously doing very like culturally relevant shit.
Yeah.
It's just not super fun to listen to, in my opinion. But
no, I'm completely the exact same way, which is like why, you know, like a lot of like the mumble rap, like SoundCloud stuff, like a lot of people kind of like diss on it, but you got to understand, like, if you are on drugs listening to that stuff, all you really care about is, if you fucking just smoked a blunt, you want like overproduced like music with the most garbage lyrics you've ever heard. Like I want literally like just a phonetic sound to come out of your mouth whenever it's supposed to on the beat. It doesn't even matter what you say, you know?
I've been really fucking with Mac Miller lately.
Mac Miller's tight.
I love Mac Miller. I like all of his shit. But he's got like a very smooth, like the words kind of just like ooze out of him. He's not like super worried about like diction and stuff.
So because he was doing a lot of drugs. Not that Mac is a mumble rapper by any means, but you know, he had that like kind of. He was also a producer too, which I think is so like important. You know, he was making music, not just like rap verses. You know, so that's a huge difference between like him and someone say like Kendrick. You know,
right?
Yeah.
What we're gonna get off of rappers unless you want to talk more.
No,
about
I'm
rappers.
done.
Okay.
Fuck rap.
Dude, I couldn't. Sorry. I'm gonna say this and then we'll get off of rappers. I couldn't believe that Drake and Kendrick were actually beefing.
I can. Drake's a fucking weird pedophile that makes radio music.
I understand
and
that, but like usually in the rap world, if you're beefing with somebody, it's because you guys are on the same level, and like it's like a promotional thing.
Gotcha. You think okay?
And I don't consider Drake anywhere near on the same level as Kendrick.
What? What do you mean level? When
like,
you're saying level, do you mean popularity or skill?
No. I mean like skill in the art of what they're doing. I think,
yeah, same.
I don't even consider them the same genre. I consider Drake to be hip hop, and I consider Kendrick to be rap. And the fact that they were beefing just didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
Like I would even consider Drake to be pop. Actually,
that's what I would consider him. You know,
yeah, definitely not rap. Like I would not consider Drake a rapper. He can rhyme and he can put some shit together and it sounds good.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely something like, you know, after you've had like a couple drinks
and
you want to feel good and maybe you're hanging out with your girlfriend, like you'll put on some Drake. But
it's safe. It's a safe choice.
For sure.
There's no Drake song where I'm like
this is hard, dude.
Damn.
Yeah.
Drake has never done a song like that, I don't think.
Not for me, at least.
Yeah, no, I mean, and I'm also not the biggest Drake fan, so maybe he has some shit that I'm sure he has a shit ton of music, but yeah, no, I've never been a fan of Drake.
Yeah, I liked a couple of his songs, mostly because they like sounded good, not necessarily because they like I agreed with what he was saying or like any of that. It was mostly because like, oh, this beat is dope.
Yeah,
and like he's on top of the beat, and that's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he's mad at it.
He's got the production value and the team behind him.
Yeah.
And oh wait, I take that back. There is one Drake song I like. I like YOLO.
I've never heard that one.
Or The Motto. I mean, that's what that song is called.
I don't think I've heard that one either. No, well,
I can't really sing it for you because there's too many N-words in it.
We're gonna listen to it later.
Okay.
Just too many N-words. We're gonna blast it later going down the street. All right. We're officially off of hip hop and rap.
Yeah.
What is the last thing that made you cry?
That's funny. Carlos, White Carlos, he has this question on his podcast too.
Does he?
Yeah.
You say White Carlos?
Yeah, White Carlos. Carlos. I should just say both of them. Then we'll know exactly who I'm talking about. It was funny. So he has. The girl that he's like seeing has a roommate who is dating this guy. His name is Hans, and he has this song called "Deserve To," and it has like 4 plays.
He's a rapper?
No, he's like a I don't know what you'd call it, like a rock type. I don't know what genre you'd put him in.
He makes music.
Yeah, he makes music, but not rapper at all. But and he has this song called "Deserve To," and like. A brief and not very in-depth summary of it is basically like him kind of dealing with like the highs and lows of life, and like it just connected with me so much, and it's beautiful. It sounds great. This is a song. Fuck The Motto. We're gonna listen to this one in the car.
Okay.
And we'll
never just cry together and hold hands.
Yeah, and it's just like such a. I mean, it's just so well done for someone that like is just making music by themselves. It's one of those hidden gems that makes you kind of think like, man, how many like of my favorite songs will I never hear, you know, because I only know this through like a personal relationship that's honestly kind of, you know, convoluted. It's my buddy's girl that he's talking to, his roommate's boyfriend,
right?
So
honestly, hearing you say that, it makes me a little bummed. It makes me sad. Like how many of my favorite songs I'm never going to hear.
Yeah, it's like impossible.
Yeah, because there's so much.
And like, you know, I heard this song before. Like me and Hans, the guy that made it, really had like a good personal. I always liked him. We hit it off immediately. But now I consider him like whenever I see him, it's like someone that always brings a smile to your face.
Crazy.
And so I have that personal relationship with him. Plus, I just liked the song. You know, period. Yeah. I just love how, you know, he talks about how like. Sometimes he's able to like really like apply himself to like the things that he loves and like do well and like, you know, perform the way that he wants to, and then sometimes he can't, and this is like very obviously he says it way fucking cooler than how I'm doing it, but it just like there's not really like a line in the song that's unrelatable, and I'm like, damn, like it sounds good and the message speaks to my soul. It's just the total package. And I didn't like bawl out crying, but I literally started tearing up like one time that I was listening to it because I was like really listening to it.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, like this is fucking beautiful. Yeah.
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 What did he say?
I mean, we were just like joking around, so it got like brushed over. We didn't like dive into it, you know. Well, I've dove into it with you more than you know, but maybe I should talk.
Does he
to him
have?
about
Is he on
that.
Instagram or anything? Can we shout him out?
So his YouTube, how I know where to find him, he's on YouTube as the Gumbaroos, and it's spelled the way you think it would be, Gumbaroo, you know. That's an S, not a Z at the end, but. But yeah, no, and he has another song on there as well, but we should blow that up so he makes more music.
Do it.
Yeah.
Take my 20 views, and then after you guys are done, go check out Hans.
Yeah.
Was it Gumbaroo?
The Gumbaroos.
The Gumbaroos.
It's plural, not a single gumber, but not a single Gumbaroo. It's Gumbaroos. It's a couple of them.
Gumbarai.
Yeah.
Right on. That's dope.
Yeah.
It's
a really good song.
It's actually really beautiful, actually.
Yeah.
That you just found that song.
Yeah.
Through that convoluted way.
Yeah.
Isn't life crazy sometimes?
It is fucking crazy. Yeah.
All right. Let's see have you ever almost died?
Oh yeah.
Tell us about that.
So, I was an arborist, like the guys that have the chainsaws and the tree chipper.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was that for a summer, and I was working like 2 jobs. I was working like graveyards at a Subway sometimes too. And
Dude.
this was the most physically demanding job I've ever worked. Like,
The
I mean,
arborist?
we would chop down trees like this, and like
Yeah.
think about how heavy that trunk is. And
Dude.
And I'm 18.
Yeah.
So I'm probably, I think I'm like 200 pounds right now. I'm 50 pounds lighter than I am right now. No muscle really or anything, and I'm struggling. So like my body's hurting. I only do this job I think for a summer. But one of the days, so one of these branches, right? Like you have to limb the tree. You have to take them off. I'm so tired that you're supposed to obviously not like have anything behind you once you put the thing into the tree chipper, because the tree chipper is going to suck it in, right? Like it has these giant metal gears that are rolling into it to pull like a giant trunk in, right?
Yeah.
So what I do is I get like in front. I'm at like, see where the stem is like connected to, or the limb is connected to the trunk, and all this brush that's connected to it, like at the end, I grab the piece that would be connected to the trunk and throw it into the tree chipper, right?
Yeah.
And then I get tangled up in all these leaves that are at the end of the branch.
Oh, shit.
And it wraps around my legs. Fortunately, the only good thing that happened, like if I were to die, it looped, like it spun me around to where I wasn't going feet first. I was at least going head first, so it would have been a quicker death.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Could you
but
imagine
I guess
first?
the quickest way I can like describe like the visual, I guess, is like I want to say in the second Deadpool, they have a guy die that way where they throw him into the tree chipper, and that's what would have happened to me. And it it turns the trunks and the wood into chips, so it would have just splattered my body everywhere. So no open casket for sure.
Yeah, it would have fucking, and those things move like when they it's not like it just goes, and then like it just falls out at the end. That thing shoots out.
Oh yeah, no, it would have sprayed me everywhere. We were in some lady's front yard, and it would have sprayed me everywhere. We had it feeding into a truck, so I think mostly I would have gone in the truck, but I'm full of juices and stuff like wood is not, you know. So I would have definitely sprayed everywhere, and that would have been a bad day for my boss. But so how I got out of it, I did not save myself. So like on the inside, there's a little like lever that you use normally, assuming you're not getting sucked in, to like stop it and reverse it and all that.
Okay.
I'm trying to hit that, but I'm like stuck in a tree branch, so I'm not able to move that well. And but if you get past the bar, the lever that's on top, there's these 2 like emergency like strings that you can pull.
Yeah.
And I'm trying, but I'm wearing these like gloves, like outdoor gloves, like gardening gloves that have like that plastic kind of coating on it, and the strings are coated in plastic too. So I'm just slipping off of them.
Oh my God.
And I mean, at that point, I'm a foot away from the gears, but it wasn't as scary. Like I get like low-key PTSD whenever I see a tree chipper on the road. Yeah. But in the moment, you kind of just accept death, which is kind of cool. I didn't like fight it once I realized I was not able to get this right. Like it was actually like kind of peaceful, and I'm sure getting my head ground up would have hurt for a second. But I didn't really like think about that. I was just like, damn, this is how I die. Like I'm going out like this.
Yeah.
And so my buddy, my coworker, he was climbing up a tree, and the last time whenever I started throwing the branch in, he was all the way at the top, and they use like those little stilts and like there's ropes. It's not a fast descent, right? But somehow he gets all the way down, and right before my head gets ground up, he reverses it, and I just come sliding out, and my boss is like, holy fuck, dude.
You obviously go home after that.
I threw my helmet on the ground. I was like, I'll see you guys later. And they didn't say anything.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't, yeah.
And then my boss texted me later that day, and he sent me this whole paragraph. He's like, Quinn, I have never seen anyone come this close to fucking death in this like industry, you know? And I was like, I don't think I'm cut out for this. And and he's like, I'll get you your last check. I understand. I'm glad. He's like, you got something looking over you, dude, because like my coworker Robin, he literally saved my life. He's this like 35-year-old alcoholic that he lived off like fucking cigarettes and peanut butter sandwiches. That's all he ate. But he's probably a horrible person, probably beats women, but he saved my life. So I'll take it.
What the fuck, man? Yeah. Dude saved your life, and you're just like, he's probably horrible. He's probably a piece of shit.
Well, I just remember like how he would like talk, and you know, he's like just a blue collar dude, you know, like missing a lot of teeth, and like I'm sure he's not like maybe a shitty person, but I know he's done some shitty things for sure.
Whenever I see somebody like that or hear about something like that, the first thing that comes to mind is just like they probably just have a shitty life.
Yeah.
Like they're probably just struggling. Maybe they had like an ex-wife who's got taken all their money now with child support and alimony or something, and they like have nothing to themselves. All they can afford is fucking cigarettes and peanut butter sandwiches. Like, I feel bad for that dude.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't be talking shit about the guy. You're right.
The dude that saved your life.
Yeah, that's horrible. I don't know why I said that. Sorry if you're listening to this, Robin. I love you, man.
Shout out, Robin.
Even if you beat your wife, I still love you.
What is that? All right. We're going to do one last segment here.
Okay.
It's called Who's That Comedian?
Okay.
So I'm going to play a clip for you.
Okay.
And then I think you'll be able to guess this immediately.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Religion easily has the greatest bullshit story ever told.
Yeah.
Think about it. Religion has actually convinced people that there's an invisible man living in the sky who watches everything you do every minute of every day. And the invisible man has a special list of 10 things he does not want you to do. And if you do any of these 10 things, he has a special place full of fire and smoke and burning and torture and anguish where he will send you to live and suffer and burn and choke and scream and cry forever and ever till the end of time. But he loves you.
All right, Quinn, who was that?
That was George Carlin.
That was the GOAT.
Yep.
Maybe
George Carlin's your GOAT?
I think so, for sure. I think a lot of people would classify him as the GOAT.
Yeah, no, I know that's a popular opinion for sure. Yeah.
You seem like you're not of that opinion.
I think it's just like it's like the same reason like I'd say like LeBron is the GOAT, you know, over MJ. It's just a different era, you know. George Carlin, I think he's actually I was looking at his Wikipedia, and I want to say he had like a posthumous thing come out in like 2018, I want to say.
Oh.
But he wasn't like a popular comedian whenever I was like growing up, you know. Dave Chappelle is my GOAT. Yeah. But I respect that opinion.
They're on the same level, for sure.
Yeah.
Louis C.K. is also up there.
Yeah.
I don't think we're allowed to say that anymore, but he is. He is up there.
Yeah. I was looking into, why he got canceled and all that, and I don't know. I guess I'm not going to speak on that, but
nobody watches this. Speak on it.
I think there's a reason he's back, though,
Yeah,
like, I think Cosby's going on tour. Did you know that? So I guess you can come back from anything.
Damn, son.
Dude, do you want to go to a Cosby show?
On parole. What's his I don't think on parole.
I don't think he's on parole. I think he just did his 5 years or whatever.
That's it, 5 years?
Dude, for whatever reason, rape, it does not get legally like punished the same way. Like dude, you can rape a child and only go to prison for like 5 years.
That's insane.
Is that? I don't know why. Why is that?
They
a
have
thing?
to deal with that for the rest of their lives.
They do have. There are some like good, consequences that come for forever. You'll be on the registry, and you always got to look over your shoulder. So I guess that is kind of poetic in that way. But
I meant that the kid has to deal with being raped.
Oh, I thought
for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
It's not like 5 years and they forget about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's the whole time.
Right. Yeah. No, I have no idea why it's so lenient. Like, you'd think, like, if murder is,
I know why. I know why.
A lot of rapists, you think, are making the laws?
Overcrowding.
Yeah, but that's like violent crimes and sex crimes. I feel like that should be taught, like, literally, like, one and the same.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. This is how I think. Would you rather be raped or murdered? And I'm like, I think I'd rather be murdered. I don't think I'd bounce back from a rape.
I guess it depends on who I got raped by. Like, if Kat Dennings raped me, I'd be like, oh no.
Well, that's not rape. We already know.
Well,
that's a fantasy come true.
If she wants it to be, I can make it rape.
Yeah,
that's fine.
yeah. You'll say no.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I have no idea why it's so lenient. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't know how we got on this. I was trying to talk about Carlin. Let's talk about
anyways,
Carlin.
Yeah. Yeah, so, like, I haven't seen, like, a lot of Carlin. Like, the main reason I know about George Carlin is because I do stand up, probably. Yeah. I didn't, like, grow up watching him or anything. So, yeah, that's why. But I know his voice, and I've seen, clips. I've watched a special from him, but that doesn't really even make a dent in what he's done. So
I think the reason
I'm not qualified to speak on Carlin, really, is what I'm saying.
I think we have the same qualifications, brother.
Yeah.
I think the reason a lot of people, like, really, really gravitate to Carlin is because of his political humor towards the end. Because before he was getting, like, really political, before that, I mean, he had a shit ton of comedy out there that was more like the vibe was like, I think one of his most popular jokes was something like, what do dogs do on their day off? Like, it was just shit like that, like cutesy humor, like, still really funny, but, like, not like going out there and be like, you guys are all slaves, right? Like, towards the end of his career, that's
the rants.
Yeah, that's what people really love, and just like just calling out the bullshit, and I think also for me specifically, Carlin has a special place in my heart, because it was the first time when I realized that you don't necessarily have to be funny to, like, do stand up. Like, you could just go up there and just say, like,
how you
just
feel.
Be true. You could just be true.
Yeah.
Just literally speak truths, and people will resonate with that.
Truths that people don't, like, talk about on a day-to-day basis, like the unspoken truths. But if you go up there and say it, yeah,
exactly. And the other thing that Carlin did for me is, so my introduction to Carlin, me and my grandfather were on a camping trip. And it was just me and my grandfather, and he basically raised me. So he was, like, basically my dad for all intents and purposes. And so he was, like, a military dude, and, like, worked at a school, retired from the military, retired from a school, like, very, very, like, clean-cut American type of dude. And we went on a camping trip, and he put in a Carlin CD, and it just opened my eyes to this entire other side of my grandfather. You know what I mean? Like, I had never, you know what I mean? And then, like, the first,
like, an edgier side, you mean?
Yeah. And because, like, the first joke on the album, I still remember it was, he goes, you ever notice that people against abortion are people you never want to fuck in the first place? And I was like, holy fuck. And he was like, ah, you know what I mean? And I was like, oh, this is amazing. Like, who is this dude? Who is this guy? So, like, that was a super magical moment for me. And, but for sure, like, Carlin was definitely before my time. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he was dead by the time I, like, even heard that.
I'm trying to remember, like, when he died. It was like,
I want to say it was, like, in the 2000s.
Yeah. I felt like I looked it up, and it, like, actually wasn't crazy long ago.
No, it wasn't too long ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my bit on Carlin.
Right on.
Let's see how long we're at here.
Okay.
Beautiful. We're over an hour.
Sweet.
These are getting longer and longer. Dude, I have to do another one with Carlos.
Yeah.
Because his, for some reason, only went 37 minutes. But you know what? I completely forgot an entire segment on his.
Okay.
I looked back later, and I was like, oh, shit, I didn't do an entire fucking segment.
The questions, I mean, we didn't even get into all the ones that I...
Yeah, the questions that I sent you is basically just to give me an idea of, like, what I want to actually talk about on the pod.
Yeah.
But, like, is there a question that you wanted to, like, that you really liked and you wanted to talk about?
I'm surprised that you didn't do the conspiracy theory one. That you have to ask that one to everybody. That's so good.
The conspiracy theory
yeah,
one?
the one that, well, you asked the question. And then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we talked about it. I don't even remember the question, but basically what conspiracy theory is rattling around up there, dude?
That dolphins are like psychic and spiritual.
Is
and
that a conspiracy theory, or is that just like an educated guess?
We're gonna get into it on why. I guess the conspiracy is gonna have to involve the government somehow, and we'll get to that.
Okay.
But so the idea, if you haven't heard, is that dolphins basically can help you like enhance your spiritual abilities. Right? They have they're like a spiritual like aid in your, or they can be, at least if you're like a water bender, I guess, or something, but like the most like interesting one to me is, so like obviously they use like sonar, right?
Yeah.
That's how they communicate. And for a while in Hawaii, there was this like birthing place. I don't know what the term, it's a facility that you could have like a dolphin assisted birth. Have you heard about this?
I have heard about this.
Yeah. And I've looked into it, and obviously there's conflicting information on why it got shut down, but it did get shut down.
Dolphinated baby, probably.
Yeah.
That would be my guess, dude.
And that's why I think it's a conspiracy, because I don't believe that. I don't believe that the dolphins were being, why would dolphins, this is like irrefutable. This isn't disputed by anybody, that they do kind of have this they admire like pregnant women for some reason, and some people think it's because they want to rape them, and like they're obviously like fertile or something. But it's like, why would they have like a cross species kind of like there's no evolutionary advantage for a dolphin to want to fuck a human?
Can I counter?
Yes.
Okay. So, from what I understand, dolphins are highly intelligent.
Yeah.
We are also highly intelligent.
True.
In a different way. We can't communicate effectively with each other. But there's some good evidence that we're both like intelligent in the similar ways of like social intelligence, emotional intelligence, and like problem solving, logic, that kind of thing. So like dolphins are probably one of the most intelligent species on this planet.
Yeah.
We have a fascination with pregnant animals. We love assisting in births with animals. I don't know if you've ever been on a ranch or anything, but anytime like a cow gets pregnant or a horse gets pregnant, all the attention goes on them. They get a special room.
Yeah.
There's like, everyone starts, it's not like it just plop them out in the field. Like they bring them in. There's a big to-do about it. We get really involved. You know what I mean? Probably we don't need to be involved. Clearly they've been doing it fine by themselves for millions of years. Animals, horses and shit.
Yeah.
That's probably not true. I don't know if cows and horses have been around millions of years. But anyway,
I get what you're saying though. They don't need our help.
They probably don't need our help.
Yeah.
So I guess my only counter would be like, there's something about intelligent beings that want to be involved in like, yo,
howdy, partner.
We're chit-chatting about bullshit.
Have you heard anything about like dolphin assisted? Whoa!
This is going in my balls.
Hell yeah!
This is going in my balls. I do a thing where he doesn't know what's going on. I do a thing where I put little objects inside of balloons, and I call them my balls. And then you have to feel my balls to find out what's in them. So this is definitely going. It's definitely going in my balls. What's up, brother? What's your name?
I'm Greg.
Greg? Yeah. Nice to come over here.
These are the balls.
What's your name?
Greg.
Greg, it's nice to meet you, brother. What brings you out here?
I come out here every Friday and stand on the corner over there and pray for our community.
Dude, that's beautiful, dude. We need it.
Yeah.
I'm a servant of the Most High God. His name is Jesus.
Yeah.
And I just walking around handing out little Jesus, my friend.
I appreciate this, brother. What's he say on him? Jesus loves you. That's true.
Yeah.
Well,
Amen.
As Christians, we're supposed to spread the good word. And,
Yep.
This is your opportunity right now. If there's anything you want to tell everybody, because this is going to go on the internet. What's your message for the world?
No matter who's president, Jesus Christ is king.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the president, bro.
That's the real leader of the free world.
Yeah.
Jesus.
No matter who they put in the office, it's still going to be the same.
That's a good point.
They can do, and we still got to pay our rent and taxes and go to work and do everything we still got to do.
Ain't that the truth, bro? Ain't that the truth?
So you voted for Jesus this election, huh?
Count on Jesus. He'll get you through.
Sweet.
Well, you gentlemen have a great day.
You too, brother.
Thank you.
Podcast.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you so much for stopping by and saying hi.
Curiosity got the best of me. I had to figure out what you guys were doing over there.
Yeah, no problem, dude. Thank you for stopping by.
I guess.
And we appreciate the Jesus.
God bless, guys.
You too, man. Thank you.
I actually Light My Way Church in in Hillsboro, Oregon. Saturdays at 3 we serve a meal. 4 o'clock's a service.
Beautiful.
On Saturday, huh?
Sunrise Church in the back. Come on down and join us.
You said on Saturday?
On Saturday.
You guys are starting early.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
We do Saturdays.
Sweet.
You don't know about church?
Well, yeah,
There's
it's just usually
services
on
pretty much
Sunday.
every day.
Oh, really?
Well, there's Sunday Mass. That's Mass. But then
Okay.
they have services throughout the week.
Oh shit.
Whereas it's
I
different.
didn't grow up in church really.
Oh, I
so-
grew up in church.
Gotcha.
I grew up in church.
Well,
I like
that's
church
awesome, man.
because it's like an opportunity to be reverent.
Yeah.
There's a lot of just people wilding out these days, which is cool. It's fun to wild out, but it's
Wild
also
out for
cool
Jesus.
To be, yeah, but it's also
That's Nick
cool
Cannon's new show, by the way.
to wilding out for Jesus.
Yeah.
Dude, I tune in.
Can't
Me
go
too.
wrong with doing the right thing.
Absolutely.
I love it, bro.
That's what it's all about.
Dude,
Absolutely.
thank you so much
Thank
for stopping
you, man.
by.
Hey, God bless you.
Yeah, have a good day, brother. Oh, this is beautiful. This is fortuitous.
Yeah, I think this is a sign that this isn't going to get 21 views.
Oh yeah,
This
for
is
sure.
We're
At
popping
least.
on this. Yeah.
At least. Look at this little Jesus, bro. Check
I
it
know. I
out.
wanted to ask you, but I didn't want to, get in your way. I wanted you to have time with our Lord and Savior before I hopped in here.
Yeah.
This is tight.
Yeah, it is tight, and it is definitely going in my balls for
Sick.
sure.
I like this Jesus because he's a little more biblically accurate. I think he's a little whiter than he would be in real life.
Yeah,
But I think the hair texture's right, and
yeah, for sure.
yeah, I like that.
Yeah, dude, biblical Jesus. His teeth are like, You see that? His teeth are like out.
Those are the pearly gates whites right
Yeah,
there.
dude. God damn.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. I don't remember
Back
what we
to
were talking
back
about.
to Dolphins. So basically,
Oh yeah, dolphins.
you. I don't know if you wanted to stop there, but I'll
Nah.
give a quick synopsis.
No, let's keep going about dolphins. Let's get
Yeah.
all of it out.
So
Let's clear the air right now.
I agree with the their intelligence aspect, and they're basically like
They're curious.
they're curious, and they the same way that we would do on a ranch, they want to do something similar. They have something inside them that makes them want to do that. But see, where it gets weird is, so we don't really, whenever we help like a calf or a calf be born, it doesn't have like higher IQ, or it's not like any better off than a calf born in the wild. It actually might be worse off, right, if it's not born in the wild.
Right.
The reports from this like Hawaiian dolphin midwife fucking facility.
Dolphin midwife.
Yeah, these babies were like coming out like testing like higher IQ scores. They like had no mental illness, and like it was insane. And then all of a sudden it got shut down. And they're saying it's because these dolphins, but I just think my reasoning behind this is, have you seen the studies that they've done with like plants and water on like the effects of like how you speak to them, like what that
Yes.
does? So the plants one is probably the most like relevant to my theory about how they say good things, the plants do better, right?
Yeah.
That's the synopsis of it. What if the dolphins are like, they're in the amniotic fluid while the fetus is developing, they're saying these good things in dolphin language to the baby while it's developing, and they're like, you got this, baby, you're the best baby, and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
And or if it's just like a general like excitement and curiosity, like you were talking about, what if that like kind of rubs off on the kid, and then it may be like, I don't think it's like genetic mutation, but it's like optimizing like what that baby could be,
I don't want to sound like corny or anything, but also could just be vibes. Like,
dude, that's literally what I'm saying. It's sonar. It's literal.
Yeah.
That's what sound is. Vibration.
And to bring it back to the plant thing, like when you're talking to a plant, one, there is the voice aspect, but I think also there's like a positive energy aspect.
Yes.
We don't know a whole lot about it. I mean, I don't know if we could even quantify such a thing, but there is definitely,
We can see the results though.
we can. And there is a lot of talk about vibrations. People carry around rocks for their vibrations
Yeah.
and shit, stones.
I don't believe in the rock stuff.
There's some, you'd have some arguments on there, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I know.
Yeah.
I date white women.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
Yeah, 1,000%. I've had arguments about that.
I don't necessarily like believe it either, but
I'm not passionately against it.
right.
I just don't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like if you showed me some science, I'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean?
Or literally, if just something good happened to me while one of these girls gave me a rock, that if it was in my pocket at the same time, that'd be enough for me. I'm over here talking about dolphins making super babies. So I'm down, obviously, to believe anything.
Yeah. So yeah, like again, like I don't want to be corny or anything, but there might be something to like energy, vibes, that type of thing. One that you could like draw lines between like our behavior with plants and how that benefits them, and like a dolphin's behavior with an infant.
And what I think is like, so we agree on the vibes thing and how like just a good environment is obviously going to produce better results than a bad one. I think the dolphins specifically, because they can use sonar, they just have like the best conductivity through, like, because they would literally go up to these women's pregnant bellies.
Yeah.
And that they were so fascinated with that, like they knew where the baby was, and I think that they were doing that, and we'd never be able to know because we can't pick up on that. I guess maybe some instruments could, but I think they were able to have like that direct line because a baby is in water.
Right.
So it could communicate directly to it.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah. So I'm like not completely woo-woo about it.
Yeah.
Like I'm
There's
piecing it together.
Something there.
Yeah.
There's not nothing there. There's definitely something. It's very interesting that they got shut down.
They got shut down, and there were never. I went pretty deep on this, and there was never any reports, like anecdotal reports, of women being like, "Yeah, no, like that was weird. Like I don't know why I spent all that money. It was always good." You know? So yeah, I believe in that, and if I ever get a girl pregnant, I hope I'm close to fucking where dolphins are, because I will literally take her out to the fucking ocean.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like a biblical story or something where, yeah, some dolphins fucking help birth my child, and I think my child would be great or better from that. I 1,000% believe that.
I wouldn't doubt it. Have you seen Hitchhikers?
No.
Okay. Okay, I guess that's the end.
Yeah, I didn't give. And that's it for the hobby shelf.
No, Hitchhikers. A big part of the story is that dolphins are intelligent, and they stay on Earth just because.
Are they aliens?
Yeah.
In the movie?
Yeah, they're aliens. They're intelligent aliens that live in our oceans because they like the fish that we give them. So like they came here, they eat the fish, and then they allow themselves to be like entrapped so that they can get free fish. You know what I mean? And like that was like a big part of.
Is this like a comedy movie or like sci-fi?
Oh yeah, you have to watch Hitchhikers.
It sounds like I have to. Yeah,
fucking hilarious,
that
and it's
great.
just like completely absurd. Like everything about it is just totally absurd, but it's done in a very, very like good way. It's very good.
Hell yeah.
Alan Rickman is in it. He's fucking great. I judge movies based on their cast. So if I hear like a
good
like
metric.
If I hear like a movie has a great cast, like I'm all into it. So like Mos Def is in it. The dude that played the Hobbit, like the newer Hobbit, he's in it.
Okay.
What's his name? There's this other guy that I fucking love. I just love everything he's in, and he's fucking in it. So get excited. No, definitely watch Hitchhikers. And there's some correlations between the dolphin thing, but I think you're onto something. I think dolphins definitely have some sort of like communication that we just can't tap into.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think you might be onto something about being in your like amphibious stage when you have like gills and shit in there, which is true. Don't we have like gills on the inside of our.
So I'm not going like we're like more fishy route. I'm going purely that we're like you're in amniotic fluid, which is mostly water.
That's just what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and that they would be able to communicate through that better than like you know like they say like a baby can hear its mother's voice at a certain whenever it gets to that point or whatever. And I think dolphins just have like the best if your mom can like telegraph you and they can like FaceTime you in there. That's the difference, I think.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. I think you might be onto something.
I'm glad I converted you. Dolphinism.
Dolphin energy waves. Yeah, man. That was. Any last thoughts on the dolphins thing? Is there anything?
I mean, they also are horrible. They torture pufferfish to fucking get high.
They do some terrible
They
things.
will they're necrophiliacs.
Which honestly, just kind of like speaks to their similarities between us.
I have a
and
bit
human-
about it
you know what I mean?
where like I go into all the bad things that dolphins do, and I'm like, the punchline is like, so with all these similarities, are we sure we evolved from monkeys? Yeah, I like dolphins. I've touched on. I'm aware of their dark side.
Would you fuck a dolphin?
No, what the fuck?
I don't know, dude. What? I don't know.
Absolutely not.
They're very intelligent. They can probably consent.
I'd be.
You know what I mean? Like, what else do you need?
I just imagine you in this courthouse being like, this dolphin said that it wanted me to fuck it. And then the judge is like, that may be true, but this dolphin was 4. This dolphin was 4 years old. And then you're like, well, they're fully grown at 2.5. So, yeah.
They bring him in?
Yeah. You guys kiss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Fuck yeah. I did want to ask you, do you have psoriasis?
I have hella psoriasis all over my body, and I fucking hate it.
I also have psoriasis.
Dude, it's fucking everywhere. The worst is like on my face. I get it like right. all over
I've
my
seen
face.
you a little splotchy, but it doesn't look like psoriasis. It doesn't look bad enough to be like psoriasis, you know?
Dude.
Maybe do you medicate it enough? Do you lube up or something?
I take a lot of baths.
A lot of baths, okay.
Yeah, I just like sit there and soak, and then I kind of.
This sun is going to be the best thing for us.
For sure.
Yeah,
100%.
I don't get psoriasis really in the summer, but
Right.
I get it in my naughty parts,
Yeah.
you know? So I have to like be naked out in the sun.
Nice.
Which now I don't have a backyard, so that's going to be kind of tough. Maybe I'll hit a lot of nude beaches this summer.
Dude, pretty much from my knee down, all the way around.
Yeah.
Psoriasis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you wear pants a lot. I've never seen you in shorts, so it gets no sun.
Yeah.
Plus, and you're a little bit melanated, so sun is even more important for you. So you gotta get out there, man. Soak it up, especially where we live. You got to do it, man. At least your podcasts are outside.
I know.
That's a good excuse,
dude, for real.
That's smart.
All right, man. That was pretty much it.
All right, sweet.
That was.
I think that was great.
Yeah, we did pretty good. I'm not the best at recapping shit. I've learned, but let's try to recap what we learned.
Okay. Don't steal jewel pods.
Don't. Be smart about it.
Be smart about it.
Be a little smarter than Quinn here if you're going to steal jewel pods.
Yeah.
We're both in Aries.
Both Aries.
Apparently, I used to wipe the floor with you as Timo.
Yeah.
And
you were the guy that I hated before we ever met.
Yeah.
We're both in North America. We absolutely have played together.
I'll tell you, if we play League of Legends together, even with all the new champions, I'm probably going to play Timo.
And you know what's funny? Oh, yeah, that's fine. So you said last time you played was 10 years ago. You played me either from the age of 13 to 15. So you made little Quinn furious, which should be hilarious to you.
That is very hilarious to think about.
That's a funny thought.
What else did we learn? You're really good about your phone battery. Kudos.
Thank you.
Yeah, the jewel pods thing. Terrible at feeling stuff in my balls.
Yeah, no.
You felt nothing in my balls.
Oh, too.
Strong opinions on rap.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're definitely more knowledgeable than I am on
like
rap.
new rap, but like whenever you mention Biggie, I know like 2 Biggie songs, and like if you're like really like a hip hop head, you should know more than that about Biggie.
Probably,
which I'm not. I was a drug addict. That's why I know about like new rap really.
But also like they say that like Tupac and Biggie were like this, I don't know, they had the huge beef, right? And they were like, their names are thrown around together synonymously all the time. But I really don't consider them very similar at all. Like Tupac
They're
is
not.
very...
Their music is so, I mean, physically they look different. Almost as different as you could, right?
Yeah.
Their music style was completely
different.
The unpopular opinion, I don't like Tupac.
Not a big fan of Tupac.
Tupac is angry, like gangster rap, which is cool, and there are Tupac songs that I like.
Sure.
But
Dear Mama?
Yeah.
Dear Mama?
Yep.
That'll get me teared up.
Yep.
If I'm in the right mood, Dear Mama will get me teared up.
Yep. Your mom was a crackhead? No, I'm just kidding.
No, but she was like a single mom who,
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean, like was struggling to raise like multiple children.
Yeah.
So like when I hear about that, I'm like, ah, man, I could have been better than my mom. And just like, you know what I mean?
Your mom is a black queen.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
But yeah, just there's definitely differences. I appreciate Biggie's style more.
Same.
He's just like smoother.
We're both big men too.
Dude, but you know what? You know what sucks though? Is like Diddy is like all over Biggie's tracks. You cannot listen to a single Biggie without like Diddy in the background going like, yeah, bad boy. Like it's the whole time, and there's no versions of him. There's no versions of the song without him.
Yeah.
Maybe there is now because of the whole like controversy, but like that was my biggest pet peeve, was just listening to like
Diddy.
just like, what? I fucking hate it. It's like, shut up. And then there was that whole thing where Suge Knight went on and was like, yeah, and if you're tired of the producer rapping on showing on the videos, and like I was like, yeah, I am tired of that actually.
Yeah.
I might just
the rare Suge Knight W.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right.
One
All right,
of
Suge.
the only times.
To be fair though, you can't listen to a Kesha track without hearing P Diddy in the background.
Really?
And I mean, probably not as much as Biggie, but
yeah,
I'm not gonna stop listening to Kesha. I'll still say on TikTok where he hits her with the "Hey, what up, girl?"
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I'll still sing that.
Yeah.
Even knowing. Yeah.
Fucking Diddy. What else did we learn about you? We learned that you're very ungrateful.
Yeah, I'm a hater.
Save your fucking life, and you're still like, that dude's a piece of shit.
He's horrible.
What the fuck, bro?
Actually, I helped him by putting myself in that situation.
He should have left. You should have let you in that hand.
Well, no, I was able to equalize his karma for sure.
Oh, there you go.
He did the good thing, and
mutually beneficial.
That got rid of a lot of his negative karma, I think. So,
right on.
You're welcome, Robin.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, dude. You want to plug some shit real quick? You got anything you want to plug?
I'll plug my Instagram.
Plug
that
Instagram.
It's Diva Cup Dollar Shots. All one word.
Insane.
I guess, yeah.
Why?
I was just really drunk.
Yeah.
And
you can change it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking about changing because I think the original idea was like that. I didn't want that to be my username. I wanted it to be a username like for a second and then come up with something funny again.
Sure.
But then I just kept drinking and I don't know, just kind of dropped the ball on that. And so now I'm Diva Cup Dollar Shots. But
yeah,
I guess I should really change it to just Quinn Brooks, because I know you've told me this and a bunch of other people have as well, that like I'll follow them and like hit them up on something and then they ignore it because they're like, oh, I didn't know it was you. I didn't know who the fuck Diva Cup Dollar Shots was. So, but this is the second time this week I've shouted it out on a podcast. So maybe I have to stay as Diva Cup.
You might have to
Shots
at this point.
Yeah.
But either way, I mean, Instagram, you can just search Quinn Brooks.
Yeah.
And it'll likely come up.
Yeah. There's not too many Quinn Brookses, I don't
Probably
think.
Not.
So,
Probably not. But
yeah. That's all I have to plug. Oh, well, when do you post these?
So this one will go out on Sunday, which what's
on Sunday.
Like
so okay, the day
6th.
after you see this, if you see it on the day that it comes out, come to Good Bar. I'm hosting there.
Yeah. What's the date you're hosting?
I don't even know the address, but it's this following Monday.
You don't know the date?
What?
I don't know the date off the top of my head.
It's like the 8th, I think. Because today's the 5th.
My phone's up there, bro.
Today's the 5th, Friday.
Is it?
Right? Yeah, it is.
I have no clue, actually.
No, it's the 4th. Whoops. So 5th is Saturday. Sunday is the 6th. So the 7th, not the 8th. April 7th at Good Bar.
Oh, okay.
I'm hosting. It starts at 7 p.m.
All right. Well, this is not going to be out by then.
Oh, well, then never mind. I have nothing else to plug then.
Sweet. But you can catch him at Good Bar.
You can.
Quite a bit. And Murder Mike, and I think those for sure I see you at most of the time.
I'm at all the mics.
Yeah?
At least bi-weekly.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dope. I got to get it to more mics. I do really bad about getting the mics. I do like one a week maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should do like one a day.
I know, dude. That's what they say. They say
at the very least.
Yeah.
And then on like days that you can
I don't know if you're
like
joking,
bunch.
but like they do say that you should get out there.
Yeah, you have to. Well, you just. I don't know how you feel, but like I have no like stage presence or like natural comfortability on stage. So if I even take like 3 days off, I'm like, oh my god, it feels like my first time doing stand up again. And like a lot of my jokes, like I have just like a sentence written out, but that's not the whole joke. So if I'm not telling it constantly, it could get lost in the ether a little bit, and it's not good. So it has to stay sharp.
I have this problem where I write a joke and then I put the punch way too early. Like, I find that I'll write a joke and then as I'm telling the joke, like, I'll get a big laugh and then I'll do like tags and the laughs will die down, which is kind of opposite of what you want. You kind of want them to ramp up towards the end.
We want a crescendo.
Right. And I'm not doing that. I'm not crescending properly. Yeah, man, that was it. That was the whole thing.
Fuck yeah. I have to pee so bad.
This. Do you?
Yeah.
There's some good looking trees around.
Yeah.
You get
Public exposure right by the jail.
Hell yeah.
Genius.
All right, let's roll this outro music so Quinn can go drain it.
Goodbye, everybody.
Thanks for watching, guys. Hobby Show. Quinn Brooks. Diva Cup Dollar Shots. Fucking follow that shit. You alright?
Yippee!